Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Monster Hunter, and we're talking with the Commander.
Yay!
Hello, Commander. He seems like a nice guy.
He's conversing with telepathy to you.
Yeah. He said we did a fine job, and yeah, that's great. Thanks.
Says he's been looking at evidence you collected.
Oh, so he's... Wait, is he like job shadowing me? Because I don't really like that.
I don't know.
The scholars think they'll be able to pinpoint some monster's location soon. Ooh, goody. Something about a scholar was separated from his escort. I need you to go find him. Okay. If that's what he wants me to do, I can totally do that.
Yep.
I am Peacock Man. I love my mask, though. I look really cool. Don't tell me what to do.
Oh, wow. He's bossing you around already.
Do I look like someone you can boss around? I don't think so.
I don't know. I think that was your job performance review right there.
Really?
No, I don't know.
I don't really appreciate that.
That would be scarier than hunting monsters if it was.
Oh, and before I forget, guys and gals, I'm working on new weapons, but it takes a while to fight monsters, and the best way to fight monsters is through either the optional quests or being able to do research on them, but at the moment in the game, they're not really allowing me to do a lot of research quests in this save file, so I'm not quite done upgrading my insect glaive yet. Because I want to upgrade it so that I can get either electricity buffs or poison.
Oh.
Because the insect glaive is actually a very weak weapon if you don't learn how to use the buffs. And basically what the buffs is whenever I send my Kinsect out to attack or tag a monster, I'm getting status elements added to myself.
Oh, okay.
Attack, defense, health, or white is basically like a speed boost.
Oh, wow.
Although how I play, I usually do 2 attack buffs and I get some health. That way my Kinsect is always coming back and giving me a refresher course.
Wow, that's
and you can see we beat the Baroth once, so
you could make the Baroth armor.
I can make one of the Baroth pieces.
Oh.
But we need to fight it several more times. But our little cat friend here.
You have goggles.
Yeah, I know. She's pretty cute.
And a weird. Whoa, you look kind of sci-fi.
You know, we're gonna change her weapon because it would be good for her to have a better weapon.
You're that Shadow. Your weapon is going to be changed.
Yeah, Shadow's right here with us.
Yep, Shadow is here. She's like, I don't need any weapon except for these claws.
I don't know if she really uses the claws all this much, but it's important if you're playing solo to upgrade your palico or your cat creature because it's your partner in the field, not that annoying girl. Look at the tiny little hammer. It's so cute.
Yep.
Who's got a tiny hammer?
If you're Batman in the field, the cat is your Robin.
Yeah, kind of. But the cat has the ability to stun the enemy, and, you know, I actually have 3 partners in the field. I have my Kinsect, me, and my cat.
Wait, so you gave her a little hammer then?
A Baroth hammer. So it's a strong hammer.
Kawaii.
Well, it's a ferocious feline, so it's got to attack things a lot, right?
Yep.
And this quest is all about finding the missing scholar. Which sounds fun, right?
Totally.
I like how they do the story in this game because it feels more like an actual plot than some of the previous games. The other ones, it was just quests. This is actually like, oh, there's actually a problem. A scholar's gone missing.
Yeah.
We need you to find them and, you know.
Yeah. There's an actual story to this stuff.
Whereas it just kind of felt like the elders were just having you do odd jobs in like Monster Hunter Generations and Monster Hunter 4.
Yeah, it was like a job that never ends.
Although Monster Hunter 4 started really cool. You were on that sand ship, and you had to, like, use the ship to fight, like, this giant monster. Or was that Monster Hunter Generations? It was one or the other.
I can't remember.
That was a cool opening, whichever game that was. I can't remember which one it was, though. No, I don't want to leave the quest. I just want to leave you and never come back. Alright, so let's see what our items are. Need rations? Could do rations, or I could do... I'm just thinking it out loud.
Yeah.
Now, I don't go... At least where I am, on this save file, I haven't had a lot of problems because, in reality, the insect glaive in this game does make this one a little bit easier because the insect glaive you have more ability to maneuver than some of the other weapons. I have played using some of the other weapons on my other file, like the great sword, the samurai sword, the switch axe, and things like that, and they're just as slow as I remember. The insect glaive, they've really improved it in this game as opposed to its first couple games.
Oh, okay.
It's faster. It has more of a air combo, which I haven't mastered yet, but there is an infinite air combo as well as infinite combos that you can do once you get buffs. They've really added more buff bonuses to this.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it's pretty exciting, but I'm still learning this Kinsect. But what I can say about this staff is it's a lot of fun, and it's the perfect one for mounting enemies. Like, it's awesome. So if you want to mount enemies and stab them, then the spear is the weapon you want.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, without that spear thing, you have to actually jump off a cliff to get onto an enemy or something, I think, to mount them.
Well, that was one of the other Monster Hunter games, and it never really worked very well. So the first thing we're going to do before we go out and look for Mr. Scholar is we're going to have some status effects.
Yep.
So let's see, we can go with attack up, which I think we need to do.
But yeah, you've been really getting into this game, and I even have seen you at night when you're not playing this Monster Hunter, you've been playing the other one. Monster Hunter Stories on the 3DS.
Yep. I just got some cool new blue armor that's like ice armor on the 3DS version.
I know. You've been helping me learn how to figure out how to make armor on that, because that looks so delicious.
He's gonna get air bubbles.
I made that fish thing when I streamed this, and it looked so good to me. I was like, I want to be eating that in real life right now.
Well, I mean, what I like about Monster Hunter World is they're actually doing something different than they did in the main game. Like, once you got to the field, you didn't have the ability to eat a meal, you know, before going out and fight. So you'd always eat at your cantina. And, you know, in this game, the girl actually acts as, like, kind of the hub. Because you have a box, you have a place you can change your equipment inside of, like, a little tent. She prepares meals for you.
Yeah.
It's a lot different than the other Monster Hunter games, where if you forget to eat, you are seriously, like, hosed.
Yeah.
Like, you're in big trouble.
That is really cool. So she makes, like, a little campsite for you. Which they did have campsites in the other Monster Hunter games, but you couldn't eat there. You could only eat meat that you roasted over fire in the field.
And I'm not, like, 100% sure on this, so don't quote me on this, guys and gals, but if you faint, I believe after about 15 minutes or so, you have the option for her to make another meal for you at the cantina. So you actually get another opportunity to go back out into the field with all your status, like, increasements.
Whoa, that would be awesome.
Which they only allowed never, that I can remember, because as soon as you fainted, you lost all the status effects that you got from eating, because it was just that character. So after you faint, after a little while on the world map, they give you the ability to once again eat at the campsite. Now, I don't know how many times you can do that. Probably only twice, because it's 3 faints and then you're out.
Yeah.
So I've only fainted once in this game that I know of, and once online. So once on this save file when we got attacked by Angie the meanie.
Angie.
And once on my other save file where I was online and I got attacked by a Rathion. Or no, it wasn't a Rathion. It was this big blue dragon thing.
Oh.
And it, like, landed on me when I was on an online quest. And it killed me in one hit, actually. And people were yelling at me. I was like, what? I didn't know this thing was going to show up.
I know, right?
Well, we were fighting something else. We were fighting... It wasn't a Rathian. It was a... how do I explain this? It was a dragon that looked like it had demon horns. Like what people assume, like, the devil has. Like these weird, like, curved horns. Actually...
Yeah, like the statue we got?
It's the statue we got.
Yeah, the, oh my gosh. Nirkagante.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah. Yep.
And that totally stunk.
I think that's a new...
Because, yeah, well, actually, no, it's in Monster Hunter Stories.
Oh,
Because I have
okay.
that weird horned dragon. I can't use it yet. It won't let me. For whatever reason, it says I can't use it.
Weird.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, that does. The statue. When I got that statue, it's really cool, but then after looking at it for a while, I was like...
You still haven't put it up in your office.
Kind of looks like a demon.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is exactly what people kind of think of with the horns coming out like that.
Okay, so if you guys are wondering, like, what in the world am I supposed to do here? Well, just like all the other monsters, we're trying to find a missing scholar. So how you find missing people in this game, and this does happen on occasion, is you have to find their footprints or some type of trail that they left behind, like... if they were sick and they left some bodily fluids, or you know, if they broke a twig or something, we're looking for any type of sign of human life.
Oh my gosh, that looked like a little bunny or something.
Yeah, it's a little bunny.
So yeah, I have actually noticed that your insect glaive, like little bug on your arm, is very like, you can really tell it's a bug. I mean...
It used to be attached to the insect glaive itself, and what I like about this game, and I'm still experimenting because I have a electric, like, werewolf staff, which you fight like a werewolf creature later.
Okay.
So I do electric damage, and what I like about this is, in the other games that the insect glaive is in, your insect is usually attached to the staff. I believe in Monster Hunter Generation, they detached it, but it still shared the same... effects as your staff. So if one staff became electricity, your bug would have to become electricity.
Oh.
In this game, that's not the case.
Whoa, okay, so
you can upgrade, right, you can upgrade your insect staff or your spear to have either a poison element attached to it, or electricity, or fire, or explosion, or whatever, and then your kinsect, you can upgrade it to have, like, a health ability to heal you.
Oh, wow.
A ability to explode on impact and cause serious damage to the monster. Its own poison element.
Wait. What's going on with the scout flies?
Well, we're tracking something with the scout flies. So, I mean, they completely changed it. And the insect glaive, I mean, a lot of players might not suggest it for new players, but the fact that your character can maneuver just as quickly as running almost... makes it like one of the most ideal weapons.
Yeah.
Like for people to really learn this game, and your kinsect can give you a healing bonus too. So you don't even have to rely on potions that much. I would say that the kinsect in Monster Hunter World makes this game a lot easier.
Yeah, I mean, just because the weapon may not be as powerful per swing doesn't mean it's not better, because I mean, sometimes it takes so long to do one swing and you can't dodge out of the way. Of the, you know...
You can cancel out of moves and stuff like that with the kinsect much quicker. Or the insect glaive.
Yeah, insect glaive feels like you would be more agile and able to jump out of the way and stuff.
I have been practicing other weapons because I want to try to show people, but I love the insect glaive. One of the things that I'm practicing currently, and I'm not going to really show today, is the air combos, because I'm trying to learn how to do that infinitely after I get status boosts. Or, like, buffs. Insect buffs.
Yeah, that's crazy, doing all those air combos and stuff.
But I really like my werewolf staff, basically, or wolf, because it delivers, like, electricity, like when I hit people, which is fun. Well, not people, the monsters. And then I also have... I have two staves, and you had to make them both separately, because once you make a staff... While you can go back and make it weaker than some of your other abilities, I like it doesn't cost that much money to make a bone staff and some other things. So. Oh, that was shocking.
Oops. Yeah, you definitely look like you're being shocked.
I'm not having the best day ever. There we go.
Nope.
Okay, so need to find the scholar.
Yeah, he's lost somewhere.
Now, there's actually a creepy water monster that hangs out around here.
Oh no. Oh my gosh.
I think that's what we're hunting. I'm not sure, though. I don't really remember this quest because, like, I am at least HR 9 on my other save file, and this is only HR 2 or 3 right now, I think. Like...
Oh, okay.
But if people are wondering, like, how are you doing so well at this right now, it's like I'm playing ahead on my other save file, and also I'm investing some time online to make sure that I have proper armor for going to new areas.
Oh, right.
Because I'm not the fastest reaction time for dodging monsters and stuff like that, so... and I like pacing myself, so I like being prepared. I'm like Batman in that respect. So I can't just jump into a level and be like, aha, I'm going to fight the monster. It's like, no, I need some prep time.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. I mean...
Is that the scholar?
It looks like it.
Sitting next to you. It looks like a Baroth?
It's a Baroth that's not moving.
Oh.
Bane approaches. Well, he doesn't look like he's in the best shape.
Don't let him find me.
Uh-oh.
Hi there.
Oh, I saw it.
What?
No, the Jyuratodus. That didn't kill the Baroth. It was,
Oh my gosh. Ah!
Well, that thing.
This guy is gonna start he's gonna start losing it. You're so heroic, Kwing the Mighty.
Well, that didn't end well.
Oh my gosh. Watch out!
No dinner for you.
Dinner's cancelled.
That's why grappling hook is useful.
Wow, this is so cool.
And just like this cutscene, you actually can use the grappling hook on certain places. Whoa! This is it. This is the Nino monster. So by itself, my spear isn't all that strong. So what I need to do is, a lot of people are probably wondering, why in the world do you keep tagging your insect on the creature? It's because when you use the insect glaive, it's you and the insect. You have to work in harmony.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just like basically hitting it with a stick. So.
Oh, right, because your weapon isn't extremely strong, but combined with the insect, it is.
Without the insect, this is one of the weakest weapons in the game. If you were to just go around and try to act like Darth Maul, like hitting people and doing cool, like, you know, spear combos and stuff like that, you're not going to inflict that much damage on the monster. You need to constantly be, like, taking buffs from its head, its tummy, and its tail. Although, the tail, you have to remember, like, my insect right now, see those green things? My element with this bug is heal. That's because I knew that my character's not that strong in the game right now, so I need to have whatever advantages I can when fighting the monsters. So my advantage right now, other than being able to mount them, is when my insect tags him, he creates like little, basically like green pockets of health. So whenever I run into them, I get more health. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay, yeah.
This is the only weapon that does that.
So the insect actually helps you get more health back that you've lost.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's like you save on potions and all that other stuff, and it doesn't heal the monster.
That's good.
Yeah, that wouldn't be great if it healed the monster. Because I would say that once you get to the point where you're fighting the Baroth and stuff again, that's when the difficulty of this game increases just a little bit, but if you're using the insect glaive, and you have things like the health element, or you have like, say your spear is able to use poison and stuff like that, it would make this game a lot easier for new players. And since I want a little bit of a challenge right now, and I haven't really, on this save file, completed like the Pookie Pookie staff, which gives me like a poison bonus every time I hit the enemy.
Yeah.
So on top of doing like 379 damage, I would also be doing about 200 damage poison. Because that's what my element would be doing. So this fight would go over much quicker.
Whoa.
But, you know, right now I'm just using a bone staff number 2. So with the insect working in harmony with me, giving me buffs and things like that, probably doing about maybe like 450 damage in total, like when I have my buffs going and the insect's actually attacking too.
Yeah.
Most people that I see playing online, they use the great sword, and you're able to max out that thing real quick.
Oh, wow.
By the time you're like HR4 or something like that. So
that's good to know.
But the insect glaive always takes a long time to make stronger because you need something called like a boulder bone, which I still, to be honest, haven't found the area where it is.
Oh, okay, I see.
Ow. But as long as you don't like upgrade it past a certain point, you can always add the other monsters to it. Because you want to always, you know, make your weapon stronger through using the monster parts that you hunt. And if possible, I would always do that first instead of making the armor for the new monsters. That way, when you're grinding monsters, you know, to make armors, it goes much quicker. Instead of just getting a piece at a time.
Yeah, definitely.
And your palico, too. Make sure you upgrade your palico. Like, with the after you defeat a new monster to get them equipped with their stuff.
Okay, cool.
You're welcome. But I don't know what weapon you use all that much. You use a sword and shield, right?
Well, I really want to use the great sword. But I know I'm not supposed to, but I like it because it's really big and it's cool looking. You
use the great sword a lot in Monster Hunter Stories, don't you?
That's the only thing I use because it's the coolest looking thing there. Yeah.
What you get in coolness factor, you lose in speed, though.
Yeah, but I want to look cool when I'm swinging it around. Like, look at me, I'm carrying a sword that's bigger than my entire body. That's why I want to use it.
Okay.
But I understand it's hard to use because while you swing it slowly and you're getting ready to hit the monster slashes at you and you die.
So did you see how even though the monster got away, my Kinsect left behind a bunch of things that would give health?
Yeah.
For me.
I did. Yeah, no, I was just... When I was listening to you, I was just thinking about all the different types of armor that you have to make in this game and also Monster Hunter Stories, and it's like so many different things to choose from. Which is why the game is awesome, but also why it's so confusing.
Mm-hmm. Going down, monster.
I don't think I could ever do the insect glaive because I just don't think... I don't know, I mean... I just want some... Well, I mean... You have it down to a science the way that you use it, but I don't know, I just want to hack at something.
Well, I mean, right now, I'm kind of pacing myself because, like, if I go all crazy and I, like, use all three of my buffs,
yeah,
then this episode will go over much faster, and I kind of want to enjoy the hunt, so I'm giving myself a little bit of a handicap right now.
Oh, okay.
You notice I'm only doing about 1 or 2 buffs at a time. Right now, we're utilizing the white buff, which is usually the middle of the monster, and that gives me an increase in speed. So my attacks are faster, and I'm also quicker, so I can evade the enemy a lot faster if I need to.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably go with a great sword. I mean, the sword and shield is kind of cool, but I did try the dual blades before in Monster Hunter. I don't know which one.
Monster Hunter Generations, I was teaching you the dual blades.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to playing with you because I'm going to be able to bring my tiny TV down here in the living room and play next to you. We're going to see if that works.
Well, we actually have that whole portable Capcom television thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, because we tagged the monster right now, and I'm mounting it, since I have, like, that insect spray on it, while I'm attacking the monster, my Kinsect is also attacking the monster, so I'm doing double the damage.
I feel like you like the Kinsect because it's another friend with you out in the field.
Allies make the job a lot easier.
I don't know why, but I always see you smile when you have your little Kinsect.
I like the spear weapon. I like the combos that you can deal with it, and also because the weapon is considerably weaker than some of the other ones you get early in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it has a lot of opportunity for growth.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of wow factor, too, once you learn those air combos. You can really take it to enemies that like to fly.
Yeah.
But right now, it is the best weapon for mounting people. In World.
That's one thing I don't know if I ever got to mount.
Well, there used to be other games that allowed for mounting. I believe the Lance had like a mount ability, kind of like the Insect Glaive.
Whoa, they're fighting.
Yep, the Baroth and Mr. Dragon are fighting. Water Dragon. Ow!
Oh my gosh, that fish just bit you.
That was uncalled for. I was watching the show.
I know. That is not a very nice... Oh my gosh, that looks like something off of the show River Monsters.
That was a pay-per-view fight that you just interrupted.
I know.
Die. Well, the Barath lost, actually.
Well, I guess you're having fish tonight.
Come on, then.
This thing is freaky. When it showed its face right in front of you and it was looking at you, that would scare me white. It's like I would faint. If something like I would be like white as a ghost.
Whoa.
Whatever the expression is, I would get pale. I don't know the expression, but I would probably faint. Yeah, like right there where it looks at you. Oh my gosh. Oh, so freaky. As long as I'm fighting it, it's one thing, but when it looks at me, it's like, then it gets real.
And it gets real.
It freaks me out.
Nice and easy.
What I like about the Monster Hunter is I really do imagine myself out here fighting these monsters like it's me. Especially if you make your character look almost like you, it feels like you're really there. That's what it feels like to me. I know, my imagination runs wild, but yeah. I have a big imagination.
I don't know if it's just because I use the insect glaive a lot, and like I have all these different partners helping me and stuff like that, but I really feel that this game is more accessible than some of the other ones, because even like some of the quests that I'm on now, like playing with players that are like HR 11, HR 9 and stuff, it doesn't take that long to really take down a lot of those monsters.
Well, I mean, it does feel like people who have never done a Monster Hunter game before are breezing through, not breezing through, but they're able to go through this game and they've never played Monster Hunter before. That doesn't seem logical, like, that doesn't seem right, but...
The community is kind of split on their viewpoint of it. I mean, everybody all agrees that they love the visuals, they love the monster variety, they love the maps, they love that the load times are diminished, like, and virtually there's none inside of the maps at all. They like the increasement of weapon combat for all the weapons. Everything's faster now, it's easier to evade. There are different ways to heal yourself in the field. There are gadgets that you can use to like camouflage yourself or, you know, give you boosts and status effects. There's all kinds of new bells and whistles to this, but a lot of hunters agree that this game doesn't, quote, really get challenging until you hit, like, HR 9.
Oh, okay.
And even then, you're not going to get a game over.
Well, I mean, even with that, I still think that... Ow. Yeah, like, I think it's good to at least admit that it's, like, more accessible to new people. Like, they made it more accessible. But at the same time, because of the new cutscenes and all the added things where you can seamlessly go through the map and just the way it looks, I mean, I would vote for like a game of the year or something. It's pretty cool. But of course, this year just started, so it's a pretty cool game, though. Now,
you see how I'm all red like this right now? We are doing double the damage, and also I have the ability to get an endless combo. So what I'm doing right now, since we're near the end of the thing, I'm going to finish off this monster pretty quick now. We have a red buff, which is like attack and strength. We have a white buff for speed and an orange buff for defense. So now we can almost hammer away at this monster like with an unlimited combo.
Yep.
And you can see we're doing a lot more damage to it than we did before. Ow. Yeah. Stupid. Need to heal. Need to heal now.
Yeah, but I mean, you're right. I mean, it's not like if I'm able to play through this, it doesn't mean I can necessarily play through Monster Hunter 3 or some
just for kicks
Generations.
The other night, while I was rendering Monster Hunter episodes and I couldn't record anymore, I put in Monster Hunter Generations just to see the difference of fighting a Barath in this game as opposed to fighting one in Generations.
Yeah.
I fainted twice.
Wow.
I still managed to beat it, you know, using the insect glaive and stuff, but I had to go all out. I had to use all my buffs. I couldn't toy around with it. It was hard to evade.
Yeah, it's like you can't let your guard down even for a second in the old Monster Hunter games, and everything has to be perfectly done. If you make one mistake, it's over. Yeah. Whereas in this game, it gives you a little time, like, leeway.
Now, people might think I'm technically cheating right now because we're drawing health essences from the monster. And I would really suggest new players learn this weapon because it's the only weapon that I know of that has the ability to use 2 elements at a time. You could get an electric or a poison or a fire element for your main spear, doing that kind of damage, and then you could actually upgrade your insect to have different abilities, like health or electricity, poison, paralysis, whatever. And it all adds to what you contribute to a team online. So when you saw those like green mists hanging around the monster, if I was fighting online and say I was using my poison ability, then there would be 3 poison clouds around the monster. So anybody on my team that was nearby, if they were fighting, they could strike that. And then those would explode around the monster, causing damage.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean...
Yeah, so you can have more than one ability on your insect
this
glaive.
game has made the insect glaive more of a team player. Whereas before, it was just kind of like, you were kind of the weakest member of your team if you were in a hunt with somebody.
It's like you're a really cool support character, then.
Kind of. But you can't really do a lot of damage to the monster until you have all your buffs going.
Oh, okay.
Because your insect glaive is kind of weak.
I'm just glad that you like the insect glaive so much. It makes me happy.
I've never had a weapon that I like this much. I mean, I just stuck with the basic stuff like sword and shield or...
Maybe I will try it, because I do like spears.
But you have to remember that you always have to throw out your insect. You either need to tag the monster, or you need to, you know... Otherwise, you're not doing as much damage to it.
Well, I'm gonna probably hunt with you this week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy to find a game that I might be able to actually hunt with you without dying in one hit immediately.
Well, if you use a weapon that's slow, you could die in one hit.
Oh.
You need to be able to evade their attacks.
Okay.
And you also have to remember, too, that we're getting some assistance right now from the armor we're wearing.
Oh.
The Pokey Pokey armor, or Pukey Pukey, whatever you want to call it, has water protection.
I have to beef up on my armor, then.
And that's all there is to it, people. So I held back a little bit, but I think we kept this around 20 minutes. About 30 minutes. That's fine.
I have a question about evading. Can you still do, like, the roll thing to roll away? Oh, okay.
But I didn't really show it here because we don't need to worry about it. The insect glaive gives you the ability to do air dodges.
Oh.
So you can even get away from an assailant much quicker than rolling away if you want to, if you're already in the air. You have the ability to, like, kind of cancel and do some other stuff.
The sky looks really pretty.
Yeah, it does. But yeah, another monster down.
Good job, Kwing. You did really awesome.
You did okay.
Oh, nice job, Shadow, and your little raft.
That's actually a good armor set that's behind me. That, like, water dragon thing.
Oh, the water dragon gives you good armor? Cool.
Mm-hmm. And its weapon actually gives you water damage, which you need for, like... If you're trying to take down a Baroth or a mud creature, then you want to have, like, a water element because it loosens up their armor.
Oh, yeah.
But it doesn't do much help against a Ryathan or whatever.
Do you still have the weird poses you can make in Monster Hunter? Like do weird things, like dance and stuff like that?
Oh, wow, we're HR4 on this save file now. Cool. So we're getting a little bit better. That's fun.
Can you still do weird poses?
Yes, but some of them you have to buy now.
Oh, wow, that's weird.
Well, I mean, they're microtransactions. They're everywhere. It's kind of a bummer, but...
Microtransactions are the future.
No. I disagree.
Come on, Kwing, you don't want to look forward to the future of microtransactions everywhere?
No, I don't. Especially for the gestures, that's kind of lame.
Gather around, everyone. We're ready to
I don't even know what the regular gestures are that they give you.
Thanks to you, we've made great strides towards understanding the tracks that have turned up across the continent. Our researchers have done some projections, and now we know where Zora Magdaros will go next. It's heading for the Great Ravine.
Whoa.
The Great Ravine. The huge
Oh,
valley
the
out
Great
past
Ravine's coming
Wildsway?
up again.
Correct. So I have a proposition for all of you. I say we try and capture Zora once it gets there.
Have you gone mad?
Capture it? Hear me out. The ravine is the perfect terrain for staging such an event. We're not going to get a better chance than this.
I hate capture quests. Always hated them.
Me too.
This opportunity, it could be a decade before the next opportunity presents itself. Maybe longer.
Is it even possible?
If I said it wasn't, would that stop you?
Let's give it a go. With the 5th supporting us, our chances are as good as ever.
Then it's settled.
Before we send the hunters out for the capture, we need to secure Astera. An Anjanath has been active in the area. Not the kind of monster you toy around with.
No.
We need a plan for it.
Oh
You're
my
right.
gosh.
Hunters, you have your next
Not
assignment.
Angie.
Take care of that Anjanath. But be careful.
What?
The Anjanath is a fearsome monster. One slip-up, and you're done.
Commander, if I may,
All right, I
think
quit.
I have a great idea. Hunter, I could use your help. Drop by later, if you will.
Another thing. That
Okay,
troubling
Harry
report
Potter.
you received. Think you could?
Right.
Good then. Let's get this show on the
Ooh.
road. We have an Elder Dragon to capture. Everyone dismissed.
And who's considered the Elder Dragon?
We should probably listen
probably
to
the
what Chief
statue
Buttons
guy.
has
I
to
haven't
say before we do anything
Played
else.
through a lot of the story, so I just done some online stuff on my other file because I'm. This guy's cool looking.
Yeah. Ah.
I'll watch over. I don't know what armor he's wearing. It looks like a Ryathan or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Something cool. Alright, so the next armor set that we're actually going to be working on is the dude that I just laid waste to because it's a good armor set. And it looks cool.
Yeah, and so is it different online than, I mean, is it like the difficulty different online than not online, or not, or you can't tell yet because it depends on your what rank you're at.
I did all my armor stuff online, so I fought all my monsters online, and I grinded that way too. I did it the traditional way. I did the optional quests. I went online, played with people, played solo, and I gathered materials to make all my weapons and stuff like that.
Awesome.
So there wasn't really much story, but there were some quests I couldn't do because I wasn't a strong enough HR level, so I hung out with, you know, hunters who had better equipment and stuff like that, and eventually fought some crazy monsters, and I didn't do the greatest, but I survived.
Yay, survival.
Survival's good, actually.
That's my goal in this game.
And each player like gets points like in multiplayer for contributing, so I did really well at like keeping up with the monster tracks and stuff like that, and I got bonuses for that. And then there were people who got bonuses for, you know, surviving or taking down the monster or breaking stuff, and I just was kind of like an assist character because I couldn't really do that much damage.
That's cool though.
But I hung out with some of these people that I knew from previous Monster Hunter games, and I was able to get some better armor. So this is our next armor set that we're going to work with. You can see it here. It looks kind of cool. And unfortunately, that's going to do it for this episode today, because I'm going to say it's probably going to take me about 2 hours to get this armor.
Whoa. Well, actually, that's less than other...
Oh yeah, the original Monster Hunter games, it could take you days to get a whole armor
Yeah,
set,
that's what I
including
was
the weapon.
thinking.
So, I mean, this is a lot faster. But anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching another Monster Hunter World episode. We hope you had a lot of
Yay!
fun. Next time, we'll be debuting a new armor and tackling more of the story, so don't miss it. Until we meet again, God bless and happy gaming. If you want to see more episodes, check out the playlist in the comment section below.
See ya!
Bye-bye.